How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, October 19th. I thought all day was Wednesday. Was that just me? Like, comment. Do you think today was Wednesday? Because I felt like all day was Wednesday. It was weird, but Swingcast 172, one? That don't matter. What's up? If you're new, welcome new people. I do appreciate y'all being here. We're talking about technical analysis mainly. Now, technical analysis probably makes up about 1/8 of what I do for an actual trading structure. Keyword here is structure. I didn't use the word system. Most folks on YouTube, and I'm not throwing shade at them, they're good at what they do sometimes, is they want to teach you a system, option calls, option puts. They want to teach you going long, short, playing different types of whatever it may be. Those are systems. Those things can change. What I focus on is structure, things that do not change. Your system can change. Your structure cannot change. When it comes to my structure, I like to trade off of. I like to use risk management, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, mental analysis, writing an actual trading plan, watching macro markets, having proper goal setting, and of course consistency. Those 8 things make me successful. Now again, in this market, it's much different than 3 months ago, much different than 3 years ago. Those systems can change. I do options sometimes. I do short sometimes, I do long sometimes, I'm cash sometimes. Different strategies work in different structures, but the structure never changes. That's what the course is about. That course for free right there, 38 lessons out, 13 exclusive to the Discord, 25 right there for you to go check it out. Feel free, go watch that. You will be a better trader tomorrow, the next day with watching those. If you truly enjoy what I do, if you really want to be a supporter, if you want to have extra content, I do a morning newsletter every morning. I could possibly get one done depending on the markets and how busy I am in the morning. 5 of those a week. You get nightly newsletters 5 times a week. These exact plays early around noon or 1 o'clock. You get all the plays I'm checking for the day early. You get a nightly newsletter with all these broken down intensely. All the TA I look at, all the fundamentals I look at, all broken down for you. During the day, you get to have access to me at all times. I'm here on Discord every single day. Questions, comments, concerns from me and my admin can be answered. We share ideas. A bunch of great stuff goes on. This is not your typical alerts. Although we have one coming out that's actually custom made, it's pretty dope. But wait, this is not an alerts group, this is a learning community. If you actually care about getting better and learning how to fish, that's where I think I am different. A lot of folks try and just give you calls and make you dependent. I don't care. A lot of the folks who like what we do stay because they love the community. They can do this by themselves at this point, but they stay because they love what we do. And I think that if you want to give it a shot, great, free until 11/1. If you don't trust a random stranger online, because why would you? It could always be... It's a trap. It could always be a trap. You never know about folks online. Free trials are offered. No credit card information. Just add me on Discord. It's in the description box down below. Lastly, when it comes to the journal, wasn't updated today. Very busy today. But the journal in the description box down below. All my calls are there. You can back test dates. You can back test entries based on my newsletters. It's all there for you. Go make sure what I'm doing actually works. The last thing I want to do is have folks think this guy has pretty good charts, but do they work? Yes. What I do does work. Evidence in the description box down below. Lastly, I want to mention very quick before we get into it. If you don't like a chart, skip it. I don't think folks have an issue with this, but I've had a few folks talk to me individually about it. I have no problem with you skipping around. I think my average watch time is about 8 minutes, and this video is 25 usually. So again, folks should definitely skip around. If you don't like AMPE today, go to ASO. You hate that, go to BKE, go to VECO. Go watch what you want to watch. If you hate falling wedge plays, skip it. I don't care, right? This is about education. I want you guys to learn how to fish. With that being said, let's get right into it. First is AMPE. If you are new and don't understand how my charting works, the white line is going to be support. Our orange line is going to be resistance. This is great because all of it's on here. This right here, this trend line is golden. That's the channel I want to buy in. This is the resistance trend line. These 2 white dotted lines is volume profile. This is where 70% of action happens. This is the POC. It's the strongest support and resistance on here, and it's also gravitational. It's the highest volume node. I don't have the time now to cover a 45-minute intro to volume profile. I do apologize, but check right here. Plenty of great videos on that. 45-minute in-depth lesson on that. Go check it out. Once you're done with that, you cross-reference that bad boy with traditional volume. You're going to be a 10 times better trader than you were before you started. Almost guaranteed. AMPE, super easy play. Great support, great trend line. If you don't watch my videos, which I'm sure most of y'all do, this is a spot of convergence. What do I mean? Support and trend line are together. Volume is interesting right there as well. We have 2 layers of support. You throw in the POC pulling us higher, which is always great with a pattern. That's convergence. If you need to learn more about convergence, just go watch right there. Trust me, you're going to love it. So if you want to know more about that, check it out. But again, this is a broadening wedge. Supports right here. POC pulls us higher. Trend line. One last thing to mention before indicators. With a broadening wedge, these are not equal trend lines. It looks like this. This is an exaggerated version of it. But whenever you have a broadening wedge, it looks like a megaphone. What this implies is a new pattern's going to start soon. The reason is you're either going to pressure the supporting trend or you're going to pressure the resistance trend. You're not going to just go down the middle. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to pressure one of the trends, the resistance one or the support one. You can see over here is a good example of pressuring the resistance trend. Over here is pressuring support. Eventually, we're not going to hit 220. I don't think that's going to happen. That's not really realistic here, right? We're not going to do that. So 9 out of 10 times, we're probably going to stay down here and make a new trend. Maybe it's going to be a horizontal one, maybe a triangle. We're going to see. But again, with this kind of pattern, a new one's bound to happen. With that being said, let's check the indicators. I just had coffee, so I'm on a big roll right now. When it comes to indicators, I do not use them to scan or even check them before the episode. It's a point of contention for me. I don't like when folks teach beginners to trade off RSI. Under 30, it's a good deal. Over 60, it's a bad deal. It's much more complicated than that. Indicators show you 4 things. Trend, momentum, volume, and volatility, and that's it. Those 4 things are what's going to show you. And this is how you put icing on your cake. The technical analysis is the cake. The indicators are just the icing to give you support to enter or give you, deterring you from enter and gives you some clarity. Maybe the EMA ramps are really pretty and that's a good buy-in, a good sell signal. Maybe they're pointed up, so you want to go and buy off the trend line instead of support. Maybe RSI does show oversold well. It's not one size fits all. Indicators can be different for every stock. If you're a beginner, watch as a veteran explains to you what I see. You're going to love it. AMPE, off the bat, the 200, 50, and 10. I don't see great 50 run-ups. Now, it's a great resistance and it's a great support. Look at how it bounces off the 50 That's the problem. Off the 50 consistently. The 200 is a good resistance. These 10 run-ups are beautiful. Look at, you bought in when you crossed over the 10. You would have held the whole entire time with no problem validating out. Same thing with other run-ups over here. Run-up was perfect. Run-up was perfect. So over here, you can wait for a 50 cross or a 10 cross, even a 200 cross. I don't think the 200 cross is that important here, honestly. I mean, it's okay, but if we cross over the 200, we're good to go. Last thing to mention with EMA lines, the 200 is doing what? It's pointed which way? EMA shows trend. It's pointed which way? It's pointed sideways. The 50 is pointed sideways. What's that mean significance-wise? I'm going to put more emphasis into the trend or into the support line over the trend. One more time. Because the EMA lines are going sideways, I'm putting more emphasis into the horizontal support over the trend line. That's big. If you're new, that's big. The reason I say that, if we're going to go off like the 200 here, see how it's falling? I would play off of a 200. I would play off some kind of trend line here, right? If we're going down, I'm playing off trend lines. While we're going up, see how it's pointed up? Off this trend line. Now they're going sideways, I'm playing off that support. That's huge. If you can apply that to your trades every single day, you're 10 times better. Delicious. What we can see, RSI, it's low. Not bad. Stochastic is low. Not bad. I don't see a great divergence at all. It's just a really good deal. Sure, it's getting close to one. I mean, I'm not going to say it is yet because it may break down. But you can see that's a double bottom on the stochastic, and it's a higher low if it holds. We'll see what happens. Bulls low, bears high. Bears are dummy high. Get baked. No, so that's a great weed joke from yesterday. I'm trying to use the same jokes twice. Shut up. What's great about AMPE, very easy play, very clear. I think you have great support, great EMA crossover play. You want to get it in over an EMA line, wait for the confirmation. If you think it's a good support play, it's great there as well. AMPE, I would definitely watch list. Next is ASO. I think ASO needs another 2 to 4 days. I'm bringing it up now because I don't want to miss it because Lord knows I will. Look what happens when it runs up. It's consolidation, huge run up. Look at this. Consolidation, huge run up. Consolidation with higher lows. Okay? With higher lows. You'll love to see that, right? This is definitely showing some life here. We zoom in. It's just like a little baby ascending triangle. Good golly, Miss Molly, it is. Right? If we were to really perfect our TA, which you always want to do, never be lazy. right? I'm never lazy. That's why I had 2.2 GPA in high school. Big genius. We can see this is a nice ascending triangle form, basically, right? That's a great sign of a breakout eventually. And again, you may not get the best value. This is a great convergence, right? The POC is the strongest support, traditional support, trend line. You really do want to buy it here, which is possible, right? But there's also a good chance here, that's a good looking graph, idiot, that's never going to come back down and may pop off soon. So ASO, I love what I see a bit lower. I do love what I see in the shorter time frames, but I want to make sure it's clear to you, this may need another day or two, maybe even a week. But put this on your watch list. I love what I see with Academy Sports. Looks great. Let's check the indicators together. As we can see, the 200, 50, and 10 are all ready for a crossover. See how close they are together? Good zoom in, stupid. You can see the 10 run-ups. Clean. Over here. Clean. So once we get over that 10, look at that. That's the greatest part about waiting for it to hold. See how you held over? You would have been, oh, I'm going to sell. You held over it. You held over it. You're waiting for a 10 cross is a great idea here. Once we get over that 10, you can go for it, I think. Will look good right there. But I think anywhere down here is a good value, but you can get all this, any kind of crossover here is fine. Waiting for value is also fine. I love what I see. RSI is at 48. Not great, but not terrible. It's just a bit high. Stochastic, again, a bit high. And again, bulls and bears are fighting and consolidating. Whoever gets volume is going to win. ASO's indicators would be like, I don't like what I see, but the price action is gorgeous. You always take price action over indicators. Maybe you see something that I don't see, but I think that's a very easy play, especially in like a week or two. I think in 6 months, if you were to hold, I think you'd be happy with what you did. I love what I see with ASO. Next is BDN, Bandywine Realty Trust. I like that a lot. Let's zoom out real quick. I'm curious. We can see that BDN has gone horizontal, okay, for a long period of time. What's more important are these dividends I see, 19 cents. So this is obviously going to be a dividend play if you wanted to hold, which is a great idea. If I was use guys, I look down here towards $9 to really load up on BDN whenever I possibly could. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy dividend play. Look at this. Look at that. We're pressuring this right here. So what do you do here? Well, I think it's a great pivot play. What do I mean? I think BDN is a lot of things. I think, one, it's a fantastic long-term hold. I don't think you can mess up with BDN. It's like a REIT. It's going to pay you regardless of how the market does. It just makes money and it's good to go. The bad news is, with where real estate is, it can get kind of risky if you don't do your due diligence. So know what they're doing for a long-term hold. I love what I see. Second thing when it comes to what you can do, long or short. For a swing play, even a day trade, you can go either direction. What do I mean? With BDN here, I'm not going to tell you to short it. I'm not going to tell you to go long. I think right here, right where we're at, is a strong resistance and a strong support, right? This is a lot of action happens in this area. Closer here, a lot of action happens in this area, right? So if we break below 1370, I'd be comfortable shorting 4 or 5%, and then I would love to load up on the stock for the dividend. I also know shorting makes more sense with this resistance trend line that's coming, right? That makes a lot of sense too. But it also makes sense that you've definitely seen $18, $19. You've seen this 16, 18 range quite often as well. So I think after COVID, it may have still been a reaction. You could easily swing up into this range as well. So with BDN, I often give directional choices. I think you should long or short it. Let's use the indicators to check. But I think for a long-term hold, this is an absolute gem for sure. BDN, we lost the 10. That's your first sell signal. So every time it breaks beneath the 10, you at least have a few good days of red. Now that we've lost the 10, I don't love that. Now we're so close to the 50. If I was we lose that 50, I would short for sure. And once we get into value, you can go long. So right here, I lean towards shorting it, but I also lean towards shorting it to then, of course, hold for a long period of time. That's also fine. RSI is 50. See how it's confusing how the stochastic is low? That's definitely looking like a pretty good divergence, right? It's definitely getting to divergence range. It's almost there, right? If it goes off anymore. And bulls just crossed under. For me, BDN, I'm looking to short maybe 2 or 3 days. All right, let's not get crazy here. Short at 2 or 3 days, and then eventually load up. That's a fantastic deal for a stock that pays you almost 2% in dividend every 3 months, with earnings calls being pretty good. I love what I see. I would definitely watch this. Look to buy soon. Next is BKE. I've called buckle before. I actually called it over here. I said, hey, looks pretty good here. And then it dipped and went, see you later, dork. And I was like, well, it is what it is, right? BKE looks really good for a triangle, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And again, a good resistance trend line here. Once again, dividend. What's that do? It makes stocks dip. Dippy dip. dippity dip. I would definitely look to probably short here. And again, I called this in the Discord earlier. It's starting to come down already. Easy short to fill this gap. And then again, I would definitely go in to buy and go long eventually. BKE is eventually going to go up. Okay, this is a great horizontal triangle showing consolidation. Anywhere in this support area, plus a trend line, I would go long. Of course, I would short this. Maybe you can start going long in this gap and try and play the breakout. It may break out tomorrow, but I think what I'm seeing leads to me wanting to short it here, but eventually going long. Let's check the indicators together. Yeah, once we lose that 10 EMA line, see every time you lose that, you have at least a few good days of red to at least, break even at worst case Ontario. We're now beneath that. You lose that 200, I'm definitely going to go ahead and short it. More importantly with EMA lines, where are they right now? Here's a triangle. Where are they? Sideways, directly in the middle. Whenever you see the EMA lines on this time frame, 180, 4 hour, in the middle of your triangle going sideways in the middle of it, that's just showing you more consolidation. This is building up for a big move. I didn't see a big move up. I didn't see a big move down. I just said a big move. This will break out eventually. Again, it may pop off tomorrow and go up. I'm leaning towards shorting once you lose that 10 EMA line. Now, if we bounce here, I'll definitely go long. So again, just like ASO, I'd have to have my head on a swivel and see where it wants to go, right? Sorry, BDN. So that's what I'm thinking of. BDN can go either way here. Same with this one, depending on the macro markets. Overbought, overbought, overbought. Yeah. So BKE, everything's overbought. I would assume short it for now once it breaks that 10 EMA line, and then once it comes back down to value, easy go long. Easy go long at that point. Easy one to watch. I like what I see. BKE, watch listed. Next is CUZ, a great ascending triangle. Higher lows across the board. Over here, double bottom. But again, across the board looking good. Once again, hitting resistance and we're dying off. I don't cheat with the market. I just show what it's showing you. A lot of plays are hitting resistances. And you have to decide, am I going to go along and be bullish and watch the macro markets for green? Or am I going to be bearish the next few days and look for red? It can go either way here. Right, so you got to do your own DD. This is a watch list show. I'm not your dad holding your hand. I wish I was, though. I'm so proud of you, son. So we can see. No, that is
comedy gold.
Comedy gold. So we can see. Also, my cat's right there. We're so cute. So when it comes to CUZ, we'll check the indicators again. I think the 10 EMA line. If we lose that, it's an easy short. Again, losing that. So again, this may be an easy short here. Again, every time it goes over it, clean run-ups, under it, clean sell-offs. Right down here, I'm shorting it until it's the 50. And again, you may only make 2 or 3%, but again, what's more important with CUZ is that 200 is a great go long signal. So again, maybe you'll short to the 200, 38.3. Anywhere down here, I would definitely go long. Overbought, overbought, overbought. Once again, bulls are dummy high. Oh, that Wiz Khalifa pack. No, so I think this is an easy short right here. I would definitely go long eventually with CUZ. Logical, but given what I'm seeing today, shorting it or just waiting for lower makes a lot of sense if it was me. CUZ, watch listed. Next is JFU. This trend line is pretty nice. I mean, it's had higher lows across the board consistently. And again, this is weird because it's a penny stock, but consistent higher lows and now consistent higher lows and lower highs, making a triangle. This is weird. What is this? That's consolidation, my boy. Every time it moves, big. The hell is this? That's weird. What did it do after that? Kerchoo! Like, Stevie McQueen over here. Not as weird looking, but again, this is super, super consolidation. Whenever it does this, weird dojis, it's loading up for something. So again, I'm not saying it's going to go up. Not saying it's going to go down, but this support is strong. This volume profile is strong. This trend is strong, and it's holding. I'm very curious what this is going to do. I would keep a very tight stop loss, but again, JFU can make your year if you catch it right. This thing is absolutely a rocket. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators for some more clarity. Looking back, 10 EMA crossovers work pretty well, it seems, at least for day trades, too. I mean, you can make 15%. Yeah, you can easily make 5-10% of a 10 crossover. I mean, you get your best runs when are properly stacked. What do I mean? Your best runs on this kind of stock are going to happen when you have price, 10, 50, 200. Proper stack. So whenever you have that with the EMA lines, you have your best calls. And again, they're getting tight, right? So I think that may be months away, maybe weeks on the short term. But again, we're getting there. But I think once you cross that 10, buy in, 50 confirmation, set a trailing stop loss over the 50. Works probably just fine right there. RSI, it's low. Love it. Stochastic, again, could be lower, but again, I thought this does not match the chart at all. Like, this is not indicative of what's going on. I wouldn't even look at stochastic. Bulls and bears are consolidating. Whoever wins here should have a nice green next few days. JFU, super easy play here, but again, Papa no kiss you if you don't have a stop loss. So make sure you guys have a stop loss with this one. And again, I would wait and watch. Wait for a 10 cross at least, because then you can kind of use a 10 EMA line as a stop loss area. Risk management is number 1 in my book. JFU, watch listed. Next is TRN, easy short. This is when I'm definitely going to look to short here. It's already breaking down. So what I'm looking at here is a very strong resistance, top of volume. So no bulls are like, let's push this bad boy higher. And again, a rising wedge. What do rising wedges do, class? Break down. Like, you know, all the bands I like knock loose, break down. So we can see, I'm a dork. So we can see that this is definitely starting to break down. Easy short, 3 or 4%. And again, when I go long eventually, yeah, I'd go long. I think you definitely want to buy in towards 26.90, anywhere down here. Wish we could 269. So I think anywhere lower is probably better. But again, easy short here. It goes with earnings sell off, earnings sell off, earnings sell off. It makes sense here for an easy short. Let's check the indicators. Also with industries, industrials are starting to show some weakness. Again, we lost that 10, easy short, overbought. This is weird. And again, no real bullish divergence. Obvious bearish divergence. That's what I'm saying right there. That's obvious. Sell that one, bad boy. And bulls just crossed under. Bears are winning. Easy short. Yes. Morally, I don't love shorting companies, but welcome to the stock market. I like money. So I think TRN's a very easy short. I'll go long eventually. I like that. But for now, easy short. Next is VECO. I didn't put the bond profile on it, so let me show you how I do this together real quick. You find your 70% line, you make that a channel, boom. You extend left, you extend right, make that line, boom. You find your POC, little fickle piece of work. That extend left, extend right, double click that bad boy, dotted, red, boom, turn that bad boy off. There's your volume profile. Quickest hand in the West. So we can see it's pushing this volume profile line. It's pushing this resistance. I see a beautiful ascending triangle, right? Boop, 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 boop. We're pushing higher. Right here, easy breakout. You know what? You probably want to buy a little bit lower, but again, it's pushing out great. Why did I include this resistance trend line? Well, we broke that today as well. So I think we may come down, retest, and take off. VECO, yeah, I mean, we go zoom out. We're not going to have crazy higher highs all the time. It's been selling off for quite a while here. But again, we have seen higher highs in our day. It's not a nice run up. Sure, you may be a bit aggressive coming in here, but this looks like a really easy consolidation play. It breaks out great. If not, you can just buy in towards 2050 and then again make your money back in print. But I love what I'm seeing for a breakout play here. Let's check the indicators. As long as it's over the 200 and the 50, I'm happy. If it loses the 10, sell. Look how clean as 10 reps are. Clean, 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 clean. You lose that 10, you can sell and then short. But up here, I want to go for a breakout. That's fine. That's fine. Bulls are on top, bears are low, but again, we have more room to run up for the bears and compared to the bulls, but we still have plenty of volume coming in, I think. Looks pretty good. VECO, easy run up breakout play in my opinion. Sure, it may break down, but again, lose that 10, that's your first signal to short. Thank you so much. If you are more of a veteran, watch the whole show. I don't know what this was, but I'm here for it. If you're more of a veteran, you know that I don't usually call a lot of plays that can go either way. That's how the market is. I just show what is technically sound, and what's technically sound today are a lot of plays that could go either way. Which should be telling you, you better go do your due diligence extra today, and you better go check your macro markets. S&P, NASDAQ, Russell 2000, Dow 30 at least. Watch the VIX as well. With that being said, thank you so much. Me and my cat appreciate you. We'll see you guys later. Thanks.